Today, we're putting three of the biggest names in square-to-square putting to the test. l.a.b, Axis and Odyssey. Which putter gives you the smoothest stroke, the best feedback and the most confidence on the green? Let's find out.
And for those who are new to this term of square to square, all it simply means is no matter where you swing your putter, your face stays square to your stroke with minimal rotation. And every single one of these brands does this. Now there are some big differences in price too. So if you just think of this, if you had a straight back, straight through stroke, your face would just stay pointing in the same direction throughout. It's as simple as that.
Right, so we've tested these three individually. Now let's put them against each other.
We're going to be testing roll quality, ease of alignment and feel. At the end of this video, we're going to give you our verdict on each of these.
I think you already know which one's going to be the winner.
You do?
I do.
I don't.
I do. I'm not
Okay.
going to tell you yet though.
Yeah, but okay.
It's the Axis one. Didn't hear that.
Right, okay, so we're going to start with our medium range putt, just around 10 feet, one with each. Oh, the wind hit that. That was a good putt. That was a good putt. Okay. Which one do you want me to go with next?
Do the l.a.b.
Oh, decent putt again.
It's interesting to know how they feel lining up.
Let me hit this one and I'll tell you about that alignment.
Surely the Odyssey and the l.a.b are going to be a bit more similar because of the shape of them, but I might be wrong. Told you.
Woo! Get in the hole. Now, weirdly, let's hit that alignment point.
Yeah.
I actually feel these two right now are better with alignment. One, because I've used them more, but two, I feel the shaft placement makes it easier to point the line where you want it to point. Like this shaft placement right here makes it feel a little harder. So the alignment right now, I'm swaying more to these two. Not an overall, but swaying more to these two.
Yeah, so with the Axis, the shaft is attached towards the heel, but offset forward. So basically it balances without twisting. So the shaft axis passes through the centre of gravity, which then gives the torque-free experience, pretty much.
Yeah, and you can see here, right? These shafts go into the middle. This is offset forwards in here, but then angled to a point right in this bit. So again, going back to that first point, I feel these two here, this one, and I'm trying to turn this one. These two are the easier to align right now.
Right, so how many feet away here are we then?
I don't know, I'm going to guess and say like
very long
50 feet? Anything inside a bin lid here is an unbelievable putt. Okay, Axis puts it up first. I still stand by what I said with alignment. This shaft placement makes it, well, look hard to do.
Not bad.
Not bad, not bad. Which one,
This
Em?
is interesting though.
Which one? Which one? Which one? Which one? Quick! Which one?
l.a.b.
l.a.b. Okay. I feel that feels very soft off the face. That's the feedback I get, and it's very dull sound. That's what I feel with that putter.
What, softer than l.a.b?
Yeah, I feel it's weird because what I read online, everyone thinks these are soft and floaty, right?
Yeah.
But I feel that feels soft. I feel this feels harder because of the pitch and the noise.
So do you get more feedback then off?
What I would say is,
As in, do you get more feedback off? Oh, that's a nap.
what a putt this is.
Nice.
I feel like this is easier on slower greens for me because of the fact that it does feel firmer. And now the Odyssey. I would say that feels very similar to the Axis. Very similar.
So if you're going to rank them in terms of like softness, in terms of how you feel, what are you saying is the softest essentially?
So I would go like this. Softest on this hand. Why have I done it that way around?
Dunno.
Let me just change hands. That made it really awkward. So
Ah, okay.
I would go this way. Softest,
Yeah.
then here,
Wow.
then here. But I would put it like that if there's a spectrum.
What?
This for the soft, and then these two quite close.
That goes against everything that you read.
I know, and I
Because
think it's
typically
subjective,
that
right?
is the l.a.b's the floaty feel.
Really?
Yeah, it's floaty.
It just feels firmer. I think because I base it on sound. What I feel, I base it on sound.
Well, what else are you supposed to base it on?
I mean, I think sound, feel, golf ball that you use. These things can all change.
Yeah, true.
But have a look at those putts. The Odyssey and the l.a.b are in there
That's impressive.
tight. They did have an advantage because this did go first. So we'll throw that in the mixer there.
Give yourself a pat on the back.
Why, you think they're quite good?
Yeah, I'm impressed.
That's the first time you said that. Right, okay, let's hit some of those short putts. You know, like those little knee knockers. Let's go 3.5, 4 feet.
Let's talk forgiveness though, because from what we found online and on tests, this has less forgiveness because basically, if you don't hit the sweet spot, it's a bit unsure on what the outcome is going to be. And it's the complete opposite with these two, isn't it?
Exactly that. What we found online was this, from all testing, from publications, is the most forgiving, closely followed by this, but off-centre hits, as Em's just said, aren't as forgiving on the Odyssey. Now, I got a question for the viewers. Is that because of price point? Is there more tech in these than there is in that?
What was the price again for the Odyssey?
Oh.
Like 300.
Yeah, it's cheaper. I think in price order, it's literally this.
There's not that much between the Axis and the Odyssey, is there?
No, they're right. They're very close. I think Axis is around 300. Odyssey is about 220, 250. And then this, I mean, we've had this conversation before. This could be anywhere from 400 all the way up to plus £1,000.
It's a bit like a driver though. It depends what shaft you're going to put in it.
100%. Right, should we hit these and then go to the final verdict?
Yeah.
Which one are you still thinking the same one?
I whispered it to them before.
But you're still thinking the same one?
Yep.
Okay. Shooter.
Surely you got to get all these in. Swear that one's a bit further out.
I would hope so. No, they're all about the same.
Okay.
Side door. I still stick with what I said about the feel. That definitely feels the softest.
The noises are so different as well.
Do they sound different? Because I
Yeah.
always think this, like, it sounds so different to you
Yeah.
than it does to me.
But it also probably sounds different on camera as well.
Oh, for sure.
Nice.
All three.
Verdict, tell me.
Okay, here comes the verdict. So, which square to square putter wins? So we found in this test the best for stability goes to l.a.b Golf, best for traditional feel goes to Odyssey,
Yep.
and the best for the balance between tech and feel,
Axis.
Axis.
Axis. Winner.
that
Winner,
what you
winner,
said?
chicken dinner. That's the one that I said, yeah. There's something about it. There's something about it. I get a good feel from it.
Now, based on this, I want everybody to get in the comments and let us know which of these putters right here would you trust the most inside 10 feet. And in the end, it depends on your stroke and preferences. Want a putter that feels like it does all the work for you? You're definitely going to be more of a l.a.b golfer. Want something a little more cleaner, a little more sleeker in its look with performance and feedback? I would definitely be looking down the Axis route. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed the video.